mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, thanks for life. May piece of shoes that fit in me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, thanks for life. May piece of shoes that fit in me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, thanks for life. May piece of shoes that fit in me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, thanks for life. May piece of shoes that fit in me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, thanks for life. May piece of shoes that fit in me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God, thanks for life. May piece of shoes that fit in me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life. Almighty God,
thanks for life. I'm bound to make it. I have to make it. I bound to make it. Oh gosh. Somebody give me some voice training now. Where I could get some voice training. Somebody need to tell me that. I'm bound to make it. I have to make it. I have to make it. I'll be right back.
Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Thanks for life. Me piece of shoes that fitting me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Thanks for life. Me piece of shoes that fitting me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Thanks for life. Me piece of shoes that fitting me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect I and I from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Thanks for life. Me piece of shoes that fitting me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it.
Take a chip, take a chip, take a chip, take a chip now. Hey. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, wow. We are the sound of 100,000 coming up through. We are the vibration that you feel when the music moves. We are the modern with oil and we come to dirty of the cruise. And then the girl them wine and strike the electric pose. Hey. Take a chip, take a chip, take a chip, take a chip now. Hey. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, wow. Take a sip, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip now. Mango dip now. Hey, I say we got the sound and select to spray. Every day, making you sway. Hey, and when the guy them tell it, and start doing your day, I hear this phone up say, we are the sound of soca. shake it, wow. Oh, we are the sound of 100,000 coming up through. We are the vibration that you feel when the music moves. Oh, we are the modern with oil and we come to dirty of the cruise. I make the girl them wine and strike the electric pose. Hey, take a trip now. Hey, shake it, wow. Take a sip now. Mango dip now. I say we are the sound them selectors play. Every day, making you sway. And when the girl them tell it, and shadow the I hear this phone up say, we are the sound of soca. Deep and soca. In the middle of the road, cause we don't need no permit to free these hearts and soul. Hey, Tuesday morning we trip with snake and a cricket and a food. Cause everything is everything and that time anything goes. Take a trip now. Shake it, wow. Take a sip now. Mango dip now. Every day, making you sweat. And when the girl them tell it, and shadow they go lay. I hear this one from say, this is the sound of soca.
Protect your knife from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Thanks for life. Me piece of shoes that fitting me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. Protect your knife from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Thanks for life. Me piece of shoes that fitting me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God.
Thanks for life. Thanks for life. Thank you guys for waiting and holding. You know how we do it here on Sunday. Yeah, you know, Terra the Governor, you know, I had to pause it for a while because let me tell you what happened. My pig let go, so I had to run back and hold the pig and all kind of thing. I tell you that around this Christmas time is not easy because I buy a few pigs and I say, well, I go prepare them for Christmas. It so happened that the dog start to back and boop, the pig get on so while he runs. So I had to leave and go and hold the pig now. So I thank you guys for your patience. You know, imagine dog chasing the pig. Don't tell me that when all you see me, you know, me and all you go follow. But today is a special day because we have somebody special with us, you know. And so, I ain't wasting no more time because you know what time it is. Speaking to the artists, you know, Grenada and the Caribbean, they have a whole heap of artists here that to deal with. And all you know, the song I always play, Terra the Governor. I don't know where he hiding, but one day I will get to talk to him and I'll go get to ask him questions. The person I'm talking to today, you can also send in your questions because me and I go have a serious chat today. Now you better stay there because I want to know where this person was hiding all these years. No, sir. Anyway, if she's ready, I'm going to bring her on. And I don't know who she is, so she's going to tell us who she is. Let me bring this music down, man. All right, guys. So when I bring this music down and I bring her in, we're gonna have a conversation. Feel free to throw your questions and your comments because she lovely? All right, let's leave that there. Stand by, my girlfriend, because I hope you're ready now. Bringing you on screen with me right now. Ready or not? Here we go. Ha 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 ha. Oh,
Good
oh,
evening.
yes, yes, yes. I see you
Oh,
smiling. Mm-hmm.
that's what
Welcome, man. Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. Welcome. I mean, as I said to the people, I don't know who I'm speaking with. So, as I say, you would tell us who you are. First time I'm meeting you, so I want to know who you are, what's your name, where you're from, which country, and so on. So that's your time to say hello first.
Okay. Good evening, everybody who's viewing, and thank you, Dr. William. Well, let me drop the formality, Frenchie. The Dr. Williams can't stay in my head. My name is Sahira Viveg. I am a teacher by profession. I also I'm the founder and artistic director of Spiceland Dancers. Spiceland Dancers started in 1996. So I think this year we're 27 years old as a group existing in Grenada. Yes, the first picture that you have on your slide, there were the girls all dressed in black. Those basically what I would say my part of my foundation dancers.
Wow.
Yes. So my journey started when I was 11 years. It is still
Hold on.
continuing.
Hold on. Wow. So you like I mean I don't want to say now you're like 20 something now?
How about that?
Ah, what? How a baby like you could be teaching children? You see, you look as a baby. Oh Lord, I didn't say that. I'll ignore that
Well,
comment.
no problem with that. That is what the dance does. Remember, it takes off either, let's say, between 5 to 7 years of the numbers that they assign to you to call your age.
Mm-hmm.
So once you're involved in dance, it kind of shave off a little bit of that number. So we
Oh
look
well.
5, 7 years younger than what is assigned to us.
Oh, but I don't want to get old, so how do join some
Yes, come
dance
and dance. Another adult class, not for stage, but for recreation.
for old people like me?
Everybody in the adult class is 40 and over. Bones cracking, crickling.
So wait. Look here, now, you're trying to embarrass people or what? Don't you
No,
say?
no, no, no. The whole idea of the class is to move. So if I
Oh,
show you a step and that is how you interpret it, you express it like that.
okay. I see. Oh, so you're a dancer. Well, we all get there just now. Hold on. I mean, I wanted the people to know who I'm talking with, but seeing that, I mean, you're all into dance and thing. I love dance too, you know?
Dance,
Yeah, yeah.
teaching.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I teach that. Well, I've been teaching in my present school, it would make it 22 years.
Okay. Leave that there. We go come back there. Whoa, yo, yo. All right. Leave that right there. So you did not go to school then. So that means there's no primary school for you, no.
Well,
You
even
didn't
though I
go
said
primary
primary
school.
school, I don't think it exists anymore. The name don't exist. I don't think people would even know that was a primary school. So we just go on to Anglican High School. So we leave
No,
out
so you
the
didn't go
elementary.
primary school. All you listening, eh? I hope all you hear that every guest that come here just find out which primary school they went to. So if you
You
didn't go to
actually
a
want me
primary,
to tell you the name of the primary school?
yeah, let me see how you know, man. Is there a primary school that you
Lincoln
went to?
Private.
What?
Lincoln Private. Remember there was these three private school on Lucas Street. It was Lincoln, it was Sunnyside, and St. Mary's.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
In that honor, we had Lincoln first. Then if you walk down a little, you meet Sunnyside. If you walk
Yes.
up underneath the church, right. So that's I tell you, that one no longer exists.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. So you throw that one out. Okay,
That one
okay.
has to be striked off.
You could say what you want, you throw that one out. But before
Right.
we go there though, I am happy to announce that you are from St. David's like me.
No, 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 no.
What?
No, I'm not from St. David's. I am from
When you
St.
say you
George.
don't like St. David's, okay.
No, I never said that. I said
Okay.
I am not from St. George's. I'm not from St. David. Don't get me time. I am from St. George. Furthermore, I live and grew up in Belmont. We have this little street called Greystone Terrace. So that's let's see, do you remember the American Embassy?
I know.
Right. So the road a little after that.
So what you're saying that you regret you were not part of St. David. That's fine. Okay, I got you.
No. I have a lot of wonderful friends in St. David.
We could move on. You one day you would get a chance to come and spend some time in St. David and see how lovely the people are.
I know.
Vex.
I
Don't
know.
vex. You vex?
No. Remember, the Queen is from St. David, and that is one of my dancers. So I have connection.
Oh, so you want to come and stay in St. David?
No.
I get you.
No. I don't want to come. Listen, I am in the next city, which is Grand Anse. Although it takes like about 15 minutes for me to move from Belmont to Grand Anse, but I'm not going to give up my location.
Oh, you buy the movements, man.
Yes.
Oh, let me leave that there. All you envious up here. I don't watch it all. Leave all this. So I have business with that. If I knew that's where you're there. All right. All you envious
So you
up
know
here.
where they do.
Grand Anse and St. David, you know what that time it is. Down that side, south side. Anyway, okay, so
South side.
you're south side. All right.
South
They want
side.
to make it look like Virgin Parish. Leave all that alone. Let me move on.
We leading. You don't see how we MP. You don't see we have a top of the line MP.
All right, let me leave that there.
Outside.
Let me leave that there. You're a little jealous. You're a little jealous. Let me leave that there. I done with you. I feel a little, look here. When I meet my boy, I had to tell him what's going on. You bigging up down, so I bigging up here because we have the best what? I do.
I have the best MP.
Yeah, okay. I don't talk. Back to you before the Ghanaians people start to bust me and other parishes. You know them other parishes that feel jealous and thing. So you know, I don't want all you feel jealous. Join in. I mean, I know all you love us. And one day you'll get a ticket to come and stay in St. David and see how sweet it is.
That's okay. I would welcome. I would accept.
Great. Hey, somebody tracking you down already. We don't start yet, you know. Who? What cause? You have cause online and thing too?
That's good, family.
That's good. Miss Archibald, you're laughing at my pig. All right, I run and chase down my pig. All right, I'm done with you. Okay, leave that there. Let's move right along. I'm talking to this angel here, and you say you're from down right. Okay, down south. So you didn't go to primary school, but you went to a secondary school, and I guess that was GBSS.
No. D. Anglican High School. And that's a proper name. D. Anglican High School. Well, remember, we were in Tantine, brothers and sisters, one on top of the hill and on top.
Oh, okay. So in your time,
we have the connection.
Yeah, you couldn't make it to GBSS because it was too elite.
You're right. No, I was too young at that time.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because of that.
When the girls were going in.
Oh, you're a baby.
Not really a baby, but maybe in the elementary, only,
Oh, okay.
But my choice, I got my choice. It was Anglican High School.
I mean, everybody who come here feeling bad because they didn't go GBSS. Not so viewers. I mean, if you didn't go GBSS, you didn't go to a school that is a secondary. But that's it,
No. I listen. I am not feeling bad. So I'm sorry for those who did not. I embrace my alma mater.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to change it and that was my stepping stone and my journey where my dance started.
Okay.
Yep.
So, all right. So I'm going to take you through your school journey now because you're so proud of your school.
Very much so.
You show off. You're proud of your school. Right. Let me leave all you alone.
You remember the song "Win or Lose We Supporting"? So I'm still supporting.
I got you. So, all right. So let's hear about your Form 1 journey. When you went into Form 1, it was the sweetest moment for you or the worst? Go ahead.
It was excellent. And why I would say that, one of the things that I could remember about Form 1 is that I had a very, eccentric general science teacher. And we were doing something on atoms and molecules. And then we had a little dance. And of all the things that I can remember throughout my years, that's the thing that stayed with me in Form 1. That how we had to dance to demonstrate how the molecules move up when they are heated, and you know. And I'm sitting today and I'm saying I could remember what I was wearing to do that little dance. You know, so I said that was one of my great moments in Form 1. Throughout the school, I was an athlete. I used to run, I used to dance. I was on the intercall team. I ran with the likes of Lisa George. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I mean, I'm like, okay then. Okay then, what you have here is like, all right. So wait, let me put it that way. So since you entered Form 1, you're doing thing, are you giving trouble? That's what you mean. So they send you around because you're giving trouble. Go ahead.
Well, if you want to term it like that, then I would accept it. So yes, I give trouble. I danced. I was an athlete. But I didn't try to sing. That came later on. And that is where dance for me started in Anglican High School with at that time was Cheryl Barnaby. Now we know as Dr. Bishop. So that was my first dance tutor for years.
I remember the days. Yeah, I remember the days.
Culture was blossoming and blooming then.
I remember the days. That's it. Right. So because of that now, you say, well, but how you end up? Anyway, let's not jump that gun. Form 1, how many times did you at a class? Don't feel we're going to talk about your dance. What happened to you? We don't run in today now?
No. Maybe let me say Form 3, I probably started to give a little trouble. But to be kicked out of class between Form 1 and Form 2, nah. I can't remember that. I remember in Form 2, remember it had this woman that used to sell roti on the tennis court. There was a whole, remember we had a little board building at the bottom, a little board building in thing. And we used to pass through the hole in the court, go and buy the roti and come. And then the next beauty about being in that board building is when rain fell, no teacher could come down to teach.
So you celebrate?
Listen, I think that was a joy for all of us sitting in that. That time it was mass.
Hey, your teacher's listening now, you know. You feel this.
It's not like I could be punished now. It's just but no, as children, you know, those were the days that was fun. Because when rain is coming, you know, no teacher can come down. And as much as they would tell you when a teacher is not in the class, it's time for you to open a book, you would have some children like that. But, you know, it all depends on the personality. You know, so you had some children have their little book out and they studying, and then they have a set of us that would be in the corner chatting, you know. So the dynamics was different. But it was all good.
Also, people like you and Ezra. I see Ezra here who say, you know,
yes.
somebody Ezra?
Ezra Gilbert. Yeah, we went to school together.
Also, all they give trouble together.
No, Ezra was a very quiet, dedicated.
Hello, I don't want you to give Ezra no praise here. You know? I want you to give Ezra no praise here. We have played that with her. Look, hold on. You and this person give trouble? You know that person?
No. You see, the thing is, what do you define as trouble? You see, that is a ticklish one.
Hello, I'm exposing all the great artists today, you know, and they're hiding their bad side just to come and show
we
their
don't have
talent.
bad side. We have creative side. And remember, it's creative and innovation and, you know, and stuff like that. If you start the trouble and the people follow, then so be it.
Oh, okay.
But it was expression.
So how many times you all lock the teachers outside?
I don't remember that. The thing is, the board building didn't really have door to say you could lock teachers out. It was not as modernized as how the school is now. And if you went to GBSS, you knew the board building.
Oh, yes, of course.
You knew the board building, So
Lord have mercy.
we had
Yes.
board windows. We had the board windows to shut. You have to push it up with a stick, pull it down. So
Good. So now you in Form 3. What happened? What's going on?
I am dancing.
Talk to us.
Yes. Running then. And I think that's where my passion for dance started. Because then I'd moved from the school group to dancing with Cheryl in her private group. So then you had a lot of opportunities. We had like dance shows. I could remember dancing for David Runner. David Runner, he came in Tantine in that, where we have the swing now. And we did a performance then. And I believe I was still in school.
Also, you're doing thing long. But hold on, before we go into that, because remember, I'm going to ask you all about your thing, I mean, your career, I see you have it locked. But I want to know, you say you used to run. I didn't know that. You just show it out now. Run with people, on the side of people?
That year, the year I did intercall, I was the third leg on the junior team. The junior, sub-junior, I can't remember one of them. Anyway, I had to give Lisa George a batter. That was the third leg. She was the final leg. I was the third leg. And I think I did the 200 meters. I think I either placed fourth or fifth. And it wasn't a very long-lived intercall career because, but I did make my little debut.
I got you. Yes. Form 4, what happened?
Nothing much. Downtime.
Calling class. I'll hear that by artists calling class.
Yes. Whenever it was Form 4, Form 5. I think we ran away one day. You could go down behind the school and end up in what's Archibald Avenue down behind.
Oh, they're terrible, yes.
I think I maybe run away there already. Once we were bold enough. I can't remember, it was myself and who. We walk out the school and we walk up as if we were going to GBSS. And we pass down through GBSS and go down by. Yeah, I can't remember no other time. Those were the 2 times that stuck in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I wasn't that rather troublesome child in school.
But I didn't say that, I just asking you a few questions, I mean.
Yes, yeah. Down memory lane.
All right. So who was the teacher that treated you like a baby, or the one you used to bribe? Children like to bribe the teachers. A teacher's pet. Who you recall?
Me being a teacher's pet? I don't think so. None. No, don't get me wrong. I don't think I was any teacher's pet. I wasn't involved in this thing to go and stick up with. No. I didn't want that kind of job.
I got you. So I'm going to throw you away now. I'm throwing you in Form 5 now. Talk to me. What's going on?
Challenging. I didn't find that I did well as I thought I would have done, and but I didn't go back to school for a second year due to finance. But because I think I had that skill that started to develop, that is what I use to finance myself to further get the subject that I needed to get into teaching. And then I'm still here.
So you're saying you didn't finish Form 5?
No, I did. I finished. I graduated. Um, I didn't go to TAMCC. I didn't do because I didn't have the finance to do that.
But I thought you didn't like school.
No, 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 no. That was not the case. And then that is where the dancing took off when I left school.
Okay, well let's talk. You said dancing. I've been hearing you calling this name, calling
Oh,
this name, calling this name. Tell us, so how you end up in dancing? Go ahead, let's talk.
well, I was exposed to it when got to Anglican High School. So Cheryl had a dance group within the school. And I can remember it was Desiree Stevens, which is a PS now of sports and culture. She was part of the group. There were girls like Mondel Tika, but they no longer live here. But it was that group of us that was there. I could remember, like, I showed them a picture just recently where high school had, I think it was the 25th anniversary, and then we got the group of us got to perform. Um, and the dances Saturday, we used to have our shows, our dance shows. Um, we got to dance for arts festival, whatever little community events that was within that we could have performed for. Then we had gotten the opportunity to do this. When I left school, I went back to do a mass movement, and then that is where I started teaching from there. So from there, I opened a group in high school, um, and just like the opportunity that I got to perform different places, the girls had that opportunity also. They just never used to dance in school. I remember Monk Morris used to have the Easter festival, and they had gotten the chance to perform for the Queen Show night. When Ricardo Kings Douglas did his show, I don't remember the show. Remember he did a show where he was looking back at the history of, right, the girls from Anglican High School on that I taught got to perform there also. And then that is when my training started with from Cheryl and teaching the Ministry of Culture. Cheryl Jarvis played a very integral role in me being what I am today. I remember on Fridays when I had class at high school, she would come over, give me little pointers as to how to go about doing the classes, you know. And the ministry then was well, the division of culture they would call it was very vibrant. A lot of the workshops, they had numerous workshops. And I remember at that time it was Keith Williams, Susan Jones, Wendy and Telesford, Marilyn Clark, and myself. That was like the core. There were other people, but when you say dance, those were the group those of us must be present, and that is how it started. After high school, I started my own group in 1996, and the journey started with that. Now I have
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So magically, you became a dancer.
well,
That's what you
well
said.
from all the training with Cheryl, plus under the Ministry of Culture, because remember I started dancing at age 12.
Oh, oh,
So
oh.
I didn't stop. So I just moved. And the thing is, anyway, I say dance. And after Cheryl, I danced with Arlene Dales. So that's where I got exposure to most of Grenadian folk. Miss Gloria Payne Banfield. When I was teaching dance at Anglican High School, she came in and taught the girls the chamber, And just recently, like, we started this little project with her, and I was reminding her that she used to come on a Friday and help me with the girls in folk, So I
So
got
you
the
got
modern base from Cheryl, and the folk base started with Aline Dells, and then with assistant of Gloria Payne Banfield, and then I went to Vinnie.
wow. Wow. So let's go back to Cheryl then, because we have a lot of things to touch before we go to yours. Let's go to Cheryl. At 12, what was that? 12, 13, 14 now. What was that like on the body, the mind? Talk to me. How was it?
I think because it was something that I wanted to do, and at first it was challenging because most of the girls already had a base. Because the girls who were in the group used to dance at their school, which was Heinzie. So most of them, when they came over, continued. So I had no training like Mondale and Desiree, and they were like out of my league at that point in time. They were on top, I was just learning. But you didn't feel that thing. You go, you dance. Class was difficult sometimes because Cheryl was a sticker for perfection. So we practice a lot. We practiced a lot, and what I did, because I think I like to dance, I started to look for little books that I can read. So at home I would have little books on dance and practice. So I didn't just practice when I get to class, but whatever little time I had, I use it and practice. And I remember classes being on a Saturday. So before I go to class, I had to make sure all my school clothes was washed and prepared. So I had to get up in the morning, clean, do whatever chores, wash the school clothes, put it away, and then I could go to dancing. And then after dance, I remember the group of us would chip up, pull our little monies together, and go to Chef Castle, sit down and buy a little pizza, you know. And so it was good. The friendship was there, and I can safely say most of the girls and myself are still have that friendship. And I'm talking about Desiree Stevens, Mondale Tika, Berisia Clarkson, and those were, So we still have that high school connection. Furthermore, we have a past pupil group that we would reach out to each other, on a daily. Ezra is part of that, although she was not a dancer.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. So you never give up. How about the support at that age?
Well, I grew up with my grandmother, and to her, you want to dance, find your way to dancing. So when I get the money to go to school, I would save if it's at 25 cents a day to make sure I have my bus money to go to and from dance class. And that is what I did. No extra money wasn't given to me on a Saturday to go no dance class. Because, I guess as much at that time, even though dance was booming, it was kind of selected for a certain group of people. So if you can't afford to pay for dancing, then if it's not done in the school freely, then the private group, you have to have money to pay. But luckily, Cheryl afforded me the opportunity to dance.
Oh, that's Cheryl name again. Wow. She's a good lady, man. Interesting.
Yeah.
I need to speak to that person, yeah? You need to connect me to Cheryl so we could have a little dialogue. Yeah, you don't think so? Nice. All right.
Well, I think so, because most of the foundation that was laid where dance is concerned, she played a very Cheryl, Gloria Payne Banfield. I'm talking around my time. They played an integral role to shape a lot of the dancers.
Got
And
you.
when you look at people in the Ministry of Culture, you're talking about everybody knew Cheryl Jarvis. When you talk about dance in Grenada, you talk about Cheryl Jarvis because I think her passion for it kind of filtered over when when you interact with her.
Got you. Got you. Dancers for life. All right, I hear them say that. No. So once you go there, you can't come back. It seems like
Yeah,
everybody is
there's this saying about once you're black,
yeah.
right.
So so beyond that, you ship with Cheryl, then I heard the other names. What is it that the other persons gave that make you stay on that path? Because for all these years, what is it you got from the other persons?
But I think I stayed on that part because I think it is my passion. And they just fuel that passion by just keep adding information and that hunger to get to know more and to be better and to, have what it takes. So the passion was there and the encouragement and the opportunity was presented for me to continue to grow in that area.
So you tell me your
So
school alone and your people alone that they dance. All they keep that to all themselves. You see what I was telling you earlier on? Tell me if I
now I
lie
don't
now.
think it's my people alone because it
Which
was
other school was dancing that time? I mean, you got all the good food. Is that true? Your school?
I didn't hear you clearly.
Is that true? Your school got all the good food for dance. Was it your school alone that was dancing? Had dancers at that time?
Um when what do you mean when I was present in the school or when I started to teach dance at the school?
No, but we didn't go for the teach yet when you were present. I'm going to go into the teach just now.
I'm not sure. I was could just concentrate on my school. I'm not sure if other schools had dance group. I don't think that time it really mattered to me.
Oh, you just want to dance.
All I know the dancing, I didn't outside of the school and my dancing, it really didn't. I don't think it didn't have no impact whether other schools had dance group or not. But I think maybe they did because then maybe for dance festival, then you see other maybe companies, private companies coming out.
Hmm.
But and by that time teachers would just pull groups of children together and you do your choreographies. Not necessarily that the school had functioning groups, but when the need arises, then you dig into and you do what you have to do.
Okay, good. Nice. So we go in there. But apart from dance, what else you did? Because I mean, I know everybody, most creatives like to do several things. What other passion you followed are things you did before we go into the depth of your work?
Well, when I left school, when I finished high school, I started to teach dance in high school. Then I remember getting a work in an office. Probably spent about six. I wonder if I spent about 6 months. Every morning I getting up and I crying. I don't want to go to work. And then I remember the opportunity to teach in a private school came up, and I took it. It was actually paying less than what I was making in the office, but I think wanting to teach and dancing, I left and I started. That's where my teaching career started. So and that is when I got the opportunity to get a place to start my group. So that school, that private school that I started to teach in, which was 3 hours, I got the opportunity to use the space on a Saturday, and that is how I started Spiceland Dancers.
Oh, I got you. So you started the dance group or the dance company or the dance school, how you call it?
Well, I normally say a dance group. Well, I would say
Okay.
Spice Land dancers.
Okay.
Um, yes, when I started, I had about 10 students.
Tell me about the beginning, the sweetness or the challenges.
It
Was it
was
an easy
scary.
road? Let's
It
go.
was because I wanted to do it, but then I was afraid. I was hesitant because then I said, well, people mightn't send their children because they say, oh, you don't know nothing but that. So you had that, do it in this part of the brain and the next brain, the insecurity. And then one day I said, well, is it a sink or float? Is it a do or die? And then I remember starting with some of the children from the school, and then two of Liana, the twin Leah and Liana, which was, well, they still my neighbor on the opposite side of me, Belmont. They
Mhm.
started dancing with me. And from there, what happened is that they were part of the creation of the national dance syllabus that Miss Jarvis and them did with us. I think in 2001 or something. I think so. So, and looking through my archives, I found the dance. I found the dance syllabus that was supposed to be issued to schools. I'm not sure if schools ever got it.
What you saying to me? What are you saying to me? It's on a shelf somewhere. What are you all
I don't,
doing?
I don't know
Huh?
what I don't
You all did
know,
it and
but
put it on a shelf?
I
That's what you're
remember
saying.
we spent countless of
Okay.
hours
Okay.
practical
Mhm.
doing, creating, doing, because I remember what we had to do, like they use aspect of the dance syllabus, I guess so much to pilot it using the dancers. And at that time, um, the two young ladies, they were part of St. Louis Girls RC. So I used to have to go and ask the permission to take them, and there were other dancers. Wendy Telesford was involved. I think Susan Jones was also involved, and Keith Williams. So we were an integral part in getting that dance syllabus created.
And where you put it? I had to
I
big
was
so
not
you and Keith
this.
and them. I
That
hope
is
Keith
a
listen.
listen. That is
So nice.
above my pay grade then, and it's still above my pay grade now.
Wait, we have masters in grading that do that and all you hide the thing too. What? They say
Listen,
if you
that was above my pay grade in 2000, and whenever we 2000, and I think I found it somewhere. I thought I had it. Where did I put it?
but all you hide it. All you hide it. The thing is all you
Well,
did
I'm,
it
I'm
and all you keep it to all yourself as dance masters so that nobody could get it. Well, how that could
well, I
happen?
had a copy and I used to use it with my dancers.
Hmm.
So I had a copy, and that was something that I used with my dancers. Um, I'm not sure what happened after that,
Okay.
but
Okay.
there is a dance syllabus, and it was designed to give to the schools to assist the teachers.
Do we have dance teachers in Grenada? All
In
right.
okay, privately or within the education system, because you have to be very specific.
I ask a question and I don't know what the answer would be. I mean,
Well, it all depends on the context that you want me to answer in. Um, as a teacher, if you're asking me within the education system, if we have dance in schools as used to be, my answer would be no. Maybe St. Joseph Convent is probably one of the only schools that have a functioning dance group.
but you say you have a
Functioning.
dance syllabus, so what's going on?
What's going on with the syllabus, or what's going on with dance, or
I
what's
but
going on with the dance
I'm
syllabus?
talking.
That one is
I
above
don't
my
know.
pay grade.
That's above your pay grade. Also, you have to get paid to speak. Okay, all right.
Well, no, you see the position I hold. I can give my opinion, but I
All
would
right.
pass. I would pass on that.
And I will deal with these dance teachers. All you see, all you or they take the thing and hide it in book. They say if you don't want somebody to learn something, put it in a book. And we have the Grenadian dance teachers hide their syllabus, the
No, no,
ideas on
no, not
the
the
book.
Grenadian dance teacher. May I correct you? It was created by the Division of Culture
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
with
All
the
right.
assistance of those of us who were involved in dance at that time. So it was not, we didn't sit down and write it. We were just part of the process and the practical process, that is, to see if
Uh,
it was feasible and if it's workable.
so you're not taking licks. All right, okay.
No, I ain't going on. So
I get you.
I have a copy. When you see Susan Jones, ask her if she has a copy, and
Oh,
Marilyn if she has a copy.
okay. All right, so that's somebody I need to talk to again. Okay, great. Thanks for giving me the names. Yes. You see that? Nice. So good. So you're in the business. Dance is happening. You know, most of the time they say, okay, we have Grenadians, they like to run away and study and come back. Tell us about your experience shaping yourself as the dance teacher.
Well, so like I said before, most of my previous training was done when I started with Cheryl, then the different groups that I got myself involved in, um, gain more knowledge. I remember going to Barbados to do a workshop, and once I can afford to in find means to gain more knowledge where dance is concerned, then I did. Um, Eventually, I got to go to Toronto in 2006 to study dance. That was an experience. I lived in a dance studio. For 2 years, I danced from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday to Friday. I went to see dance shows. Sometimes I see just the first two dance, the one in the middle and the one in the end, because I fell asleep in the theater. But the experience was a beautiful one. It was a challenge, um, but the school I went in was a Caribbean teacher. His name was Patrick Parson. He's from Trinidad. So I met a lot of other Caribbean students. Um, I was exposed to Horton. I was exposed to Limon technique. I did Graham technique. I had contemporary ballet. I had Afro contemporary Caribbean. I did hip hop. I had a Brazilian teacher. So I did that style. I was taught by a very renowned dance teacher, Milton Myers, who were part of Alvin Ailey when he was growing up. I think, if I remember the story clearly, knew Alvin Ailey or dance with him or something like that. Memory kind of fading. So Milton was our Horton teacher. He was not a faculty, but he was a guest teacher who would come over and give us Horton technique. And two of my favorite technique was Horton and Limon technique. Now, everything we did in the school was drums. Ballet was done to drums. Graham technique was done to drums. Limon technique was done to drums. We were also exposed to Cuban because the student was a Cuban, and at times the students did. So the school was Ballet Creole. It was downtown Toronto. So I met, there was a Jamaican, there was Trinidadian, there was a Vinci, and so it was a diverse group and then we had similar background because all of us were from the Caribbean. There were some Caucasians in the school. And I can remember our ballet teacher. She was from Mexico. She didn't understand when she sat in the other styles, like in the Afro-Caribbean class, and we were moving flawlessly. And then when it come to ballet, it was a problem. So we were trying to tell her the rhythms of these other classes are natural to us. You know, the ballet. So what I did, I was interested in jazz. So besides going to school from Monday to Friday, I worked at least 3 days a week to pay myself, well, to pay myself through school. Um, I used to dance with 2 other schools. So I did, besides doing ballet in school, which I think I needed a other class because the teacher was moving very rapidly. So I went to do ballet outside of school, and then I went to do jazz in the next school. So I had to do jazz 2 days a week. So I would sit around school until because those classes kind of started like 5:30 in the afternoon. So when I finished, some days I would stay, then I would go over to the jazz class, and then I would go over to the ballet class. Because at that time, although we do ballet, because it was something new for me being exposed to, and I find I was struggling in the class, I did classes outside. And I was very much interested in jazz, and it was not offered in that first year of school. So I took those classes outside of school. So I remember myself and one of the girls from St. Vincent, like for the first month, Frenchie, everything hot. Toenail, hair. Listen, we used to just go to the end of, go to the train and sit down and reach on the escalator and just show down ourselves and lead up. We're not walking up, we're not moving. And these people have us, you go up one side and you come down the next side. Those evenings we couldn't bother. We just know we tired, body hurting. We're not walking up those steps for nothing. So we would lean, and then the dialect would come out and they would watch us like, okay. And when that escalator, we reached up to the top, and then we went to get our bus. So I used to have to get up by 6 o'clock to get the 7:15 bus. If I don't get the 7:15 bus and I miss the 7:30 bus, I reach school late.
Time
And
is
then
time.
sometimes, many times I fall asleep on the train. It went all the way down, and then when I catch myself, I was like, shit. So I had to, so I had to wait until it reached right back up to the station and then back down again. But the experience was great. I had a lot of wonderful teachers. And some of those teachers, we still have a connection today. From that, I started introducing what we call dance workshop. So those teachers, like I have the teachers, Kevin Ormsby. Kevin is a Jamaican living in Toronto. That was one of my teacher. And Kevin is constantly here. Kevin now is a Grenadian by default. Anybody who dance in Grenada, I think I've interacted with Kevin now. Because through coming here, through Spiceland Dancers, he had formed those bonds with most of the dancers. And I did those workshops for a number of years. So they included, the dancers were exposed to most of the techniques that I were exposed to. So I had teachers from Toronto. I had a lady from France. She used to come on vacation. So I made that connection. So she used to do contemporary ballet. There was Debbie Wilson. She came once. She's very good in Horton, and she's also good in ballet. Then I introduced the dancers to body conditioning, because part of my course was every week somebody would come in to condition us as to how to develop your flexibility, how to prevent injury, how to get most out of your body, because as dancers, some may have that level of flexibility naturally. Some of us may have to work to get it. Okay, so injury prevention, when she come body conditioning. So when I get to the studio, to school in the morning, I changed into my dance clothes. And that is where I spend the entire day. So everything I was taught was practical inside there. So I could take you and turn you into a dancer. Dead serious.
Yes, I like to hear that.
Take you. You may not acquire the flexibility, but trust me, I could take you and turn you into a dancer. You may not be as, some of the due to the little age, it might take a little while for, but I can take you and turn you into a dancer.
What? Just like that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go back to the workshop. Didn't you see the magic that's
You're
I
too
did, listen,
bad.
our group was flawless. I'm taking the credit. Our group was
you,
flawless. So you see,
you're too bad. You're too bad. You hear that? That's the dancer there. Well, I have a question to throw you under the bus, like what they asked me. So I will ask you the same question. So
mm,
after you do all that, why you come back in Grenada for?
um, well, let me give you a little before we answer that. I remember when I got to Toronto, my cousin took me to this Grenadian whatever they had. And she was like, "Oh, this is my cousin from Grenada. She came to study." So I remember a couple of people, "What you come to study?" Nothing? No. Dance. Dance? You leave all Grenada to come to study dance? I remember saying to my cousin, if one of these people ask me again, what I come to study? And I tell them dance. The wrong thing, and they tell me the wrong thing will come out of my mouth. So I put myself in a corner and I stood up. And at that time, even though dance, but was part of us, I think we still treat it as something that was not a career, a hobby. Send the child to dance class, and you don't see it as something that they can build out of.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the question, why did I come back? I had my group. And I believe that what I learn, I can share it. And then the whole idea behind myself, Susan, going to study, Marilyn, was for us to get into the division, into the culture, be in the ministry, going to the schools to teach dance. Because remember, we had Tommy Matthew, we had Patricia Moore, we had Hazel Kutain, we had Miss Jarvis. And those people went around, and you had dance booming in St. Patrick's, you had it in. So throughout the island, they traveled, and dance were an integral part of school. So I was told by my principal that she went to a principal meeting, and that's years ago now, and my name is there to go to the ministry. So I laugh. I said, mm-hmm. I said, you would retire from it and I would be still sitting in this classroom. She retired. You know much principal come after? I'm still sitting in the same school. I'm still
Is
waiting.
is that prophecy?
I don't know how you want to call it.
What you saying?
So I said, just recently I was saying to somebody, I said, I figure that paper probably brown. When you leave papers, so the name probably fade. I am still waiting.
So
I
then,
do hope
go ahead.
because so that is one of the reasons I came back.
Oh,
That is one of the
I thought
reasons.
you just missed home and you wanted to go home. I thought it was that.
What an
Okay,
offer to
okay,
teach.
okay, okay, okay. But so when that didn't happen, what did you do then? What next? Because you're still
I
into it.
continue. I continue to grow my group.
Mm-hmm.
Our first, I took them the first time we left to perform. We went to Trinidad in 2001. The kids were mostly all the dancers were primary school. We went on the Joyce Curtin. She was in charge of Les Enfants. And we went and we had a joint show. The girls got to perform in I think it was Naparima Bowl was the name of the theater. No, that group went to Toronto. None of the dancers there were the ones who were 2001. That group of dancers, we were part. I had signed up my group to be part of there's an organization called International for Blacks in Dance. And in 2011, as being a member of the organization, I got to perform. The girls got to perform. That year, the conference went to Toronto. So, so we went up I went up onto the category of emerging artists. And we did a piece called A Glimpse of Carnival, where we had Jab Jab. And I remember Andre Garvey made some beautiful red horns, and some of the girls were in carnival costumes. And so we depict one of the greatest festival that we have in Grenada. And that was in 2000. Then most of the girls you see in there, some of them are still dancing. In fact, most of them are dancing with the company called One Unit.
Oh.
You know,
Okay, so they're still dancing. Wow.
They are still dancing. There's in that group, I can only pick out maybe two or three that's not dancing, and because I think they have migrated, but the majority of them that you're seeing there still dance.
Wow. I remember you used to have a group, you used to dance somewhere. Is that Lucas Street? How you call it? That?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us
So
what used to happen.
those are that set of dancers used to perform dance in that space.
So that what used to happen there? That was your tell us about that space there now, because
Well,
some
that
magic
was
used to happen there. Tell us.
Yes, that was the studio. One of the dancers' parent, what she did, she got the floor, she put down the floor, she got the mirror, she got the bars, and that is one of the best place for dance in Grenada. That's a proper studio,
A real dance studio that?
real dance studio.
So what all you do with it?
Well, I guess much is it's there. I think that's a facility that if dance get back into the school, that the schools can use, because you have the mirrors, you have the bars, you have the flow. The space is beautiful.
Oh.
So those dancers, they flourished in that space.
I so you hear that? So somebody had to buy that space for you, or you gonna buy it yourself?
No, I actually have my own studio now.
But you gone clear. Jesus, excuse me, sorry. Oh. Yeah. I mean, we reached there yet, but I mean, you just blew it up there. Excellent.
Well, I can't afford to buy. Listen, that is tongue. Listen, my salary no way smelling close to.
And the dancers make money, don't they? Dancers are rich. I mean,
Well, not here.
like
Because
seriously.
no, I'm seriously. The thing is, we have this notion that somebody will call, I want a little dance.
Yeah, and you make thousands.
What
Dancing
is a
makes
little
money.
dance? Like, let me give you. In one step, if you tell that dancer to lift their arms, okay, you're looking at counts, you're looking at gesture. Do you want it staccato? Do you want it flowing? They have to think about their posture. Okay? So, in that one little raise your hand for a dancer, it's not just raise your hand. There's a lot of other things the dancer have to be considering when raising that one or two hands. And people see it as, okay, I want to dance. But it is not as easy as you think it is.
Well, it's no effort. It's just your body. That's not what they say. Just bring your body and come.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
You could bring your body and come. What about rhythm, timing, gesture? There's a lot of elements that make up that a dancer must be aware of. Space and time.
But every human exists in it, don't you? So I mean, what? I mean, just take a little money and just come and shake your body for us. What do you think?
Well, you could come and shake your body. Nothing wrong with shaking your body. But then, am I going to send the children naked?
Oh, tell me about that. So,
Costume have to be considered.
oh, okay.
So when we ask for a little dance, there's a lot of things that people don't take into consideration. Transportation, the amount of time that the girls are going to rehearse. So we put it as if it's not very important. But it is. If you look at, we had dancers like what? Rachel Phillips that made it international. Now we have Shanika Gibbs. And it's not that we do not have other dancers there with the potential that wanted it, but the opportunity that those girls got, we don't have it now. It's not in school. And anything we want to survive, both of us know as educator, it has to start with the children.
But you and Kit and Celia and Jones and them doing this thing for years, so it should be in school. What happened? I
Yeah,
need to
but
talk
you
to
see,
some.
that's us.
What,
We remember
what,
there's
what's going on?
hierarchy.
What's going on with all you? Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
There's hierarchy. You remember food chain?
Yes. Who eating who?
What, you were in the bottom of the food chain. Remember, we as
Is
much
it
as
the way about the chain now?
as much as we have the knowledge, it's if it's not considered important.
Mm-hmm.
And for instance, we complain of the children not focus. They don't have initiative. And when we look at dance build all those skills that enhance education, that enhance learning. Let's forget the physical part. Burning calories, giving your heartbreak, building muscles. Let's forget the physical part. Even let's throw out the mental part because people don't think it helps you mentally. But it does. Okay? So since we're so big, quote unquote, on academics, we should put the arts in the school so that the academics would fly. If we put it, and then now we're looking at quality education and universal education, then we need a radical change. We need to give the children the skill to fly. We need to give them. Dance under physical education, it's a soft skill. It is not being explored. I have the syllabus. One of my dancer that goes to HGI did ballet last year at CXC and got a 1. SGI doesn't have a dance group. She dances with me. And the syllabus for dance, for P, you can do folk, you can do ballet, you can do jazz, you can do modern. It is not being explored.
So the dancers need to speak to the curriculum person. Is it for the physical education schools and then thing? You know? I mean, why is it that you dance? Grenada has the most. I mean, in terms of professional dancers and teachers, we have a lot. So I would want to see you all make some magic to make this thing happen because you all are solid and strong at this.
But you see, we know, even though we want to make magic, you keep forgetting we're in the bottom of the ladder.
But I don't know what that is. What is a ladder?
It has to come from the top. If the people who sit at the top can see it as beneficial to the students, then the change is not going to happen.
But isn't dance just taking away the children time? That's not what they say. Are they taking the children out of class?
You listen, you didn't even hit the nail in it, you pong the nail in the boat. Because that is one of the things that they lose contact time. But you keep forgetting the skills that it gives the children, the skill that they acquire It's transferable in the classroom, which make your life as a teacher, and the thing is, where employment is concerned, easier. Case in point, I took a year off of work last year. I survived on what? Not the government salary that I wasn't getting for the year, but teaching dance. I developed myself when I could not get a work by teaching dance. But we don't see that. We treat it as, okay, the school of dance, let's put it on Saturday or let's put it on the evening. We're not seeing it as something that can be, it is a not an extracurricular activity, but a co-curricular activity on the timetable. And then we would find that when we're talking about sustainability, we don't have to hire a lot of people in the public sector. We are giving them the skills they need, the creativity. Okay, little research. There's this thing called the 4 C's of the 21st century education, which is creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking / problem solving. Dance, sports, endurance, stamina, flexibility, coordination, skills from dancing. And Kobe Bryant, as a basketball player, used to do tap to help prevent, and some of the studies are showing that when these the professional athlete get involved in dance, it reduces injury. So the data is out there, the benefits are out there, the benefits are numerous. But as you say, go back, put it in the book, and we're not going to see it. So it is actually a very sad situation for our children. And I'm going to say it, it's a very sad situation. Very, very sad. If we don't do the radical change, because we're looking at quality education now, and then we're looking at universal education. What about a child who is not a visual or auditory learner? What about the child who is kinesthetic? What are we doing for that child that we take and put in the secondary school? Or we didn't arm her with some skills from the primary school to function in the secondary school? Dance, and I'm sure you can, drama falls on the same thing. Improv. There's a whole part in dance for improvisation. Creativity comes along, communication, collaboration, problem solving. And that is skills that are needed in not just in the classroom, but it transcends. So as much as you ask what Keith, Cecilia, Susan, myself are doing as dance teacher, we are doing what we can do. There's nothing more that we can do if we're not given the opportunity to.
Oh, y'all didn't ask for it. Thanks.
Whew. Well, I don't know where the transfer letter sit in, but I did ask.
With that kind of skills, I mean, I had to come in here, because I'm getting kind of vexed. With that kind of skills, you grab all this thing up there in Canada, Grenada, Canada, all over Barbados, all over the place, and you have that pack up, transforming yourself into this awesome young child. Look at you, like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
We need more people to look like babies.
Very much so.
So what can be done to get more?
Watch. I would reverse and show that on you.
No, look
down now in the nice building in the botanical garden. Talk. Pull it along with you. Maybe if you pull it along and said, well, if I incorporate that, then I can use the same teachers and teach them to go back and, because look, friends, let's look at subjects in the classroom. When you teach the children, I remember one of my dancers saying to me, Miss, I sit down on an exam, a French exam. I remember no verbs the teacher taught me in the classroom. She said, but I remember saute means to jump in ballet class. She said, so I congregated the verb saute. I remember tondu means to stretch. So I congregated the verb tondu. So that information she got there, she transferred it. As simple as it may seem. And she got it right. So she would, when she came to the class and she got back the paper, she was overly excited that she remembered, because she didn't remember. She, in the French class in school, she didn't remember the verbs that was given by the teacher. But because she have to do the tondu, which is kinesthetic, because she has to do the saute, and it's physical, it's she doing it, she remembered. And it go back to me in Form 1. I remember the molecule dance, sticking up together with the children on the stage, and then the flames start and we start to move up. Form 1. That's over 20 years ago. So since you reach inside, pull, and you know the need for it. So start a campaign on our behalf.
Well, look at you're killing me. Well, look at you want the science teachers to say, "Oh, come and take over the space." That's
But
what
the
you
thing
want.
is, molecules are not on fall under which subject? Parallel lines, which you do in dance, fall in not geometry and maths.
But who tell you they see that? I mean, the dance teachers just have the thing in their head, you know. But if you collaborate with the science teachers, how are you going to get them to buy into to what you're doing? Because when you see they see dance and the other creative arts, they say, oh, move there with that, move there with your drama and your dance and your so on. And then the drama and the dance teacher just go on the side and sit down and say, well, I don't like it. So that's what happened with the dance. Now, man, we had to fix that because masters like all you. I mean, tell me, man, tell me.
And I would reiterate the same point.
You're
It's
giving trouble.
above the pay grade.
You're giving trouble,
Up
yeah?
the ladder.
Yeah.
It's up the ladder.
Okay.
It is the powers on top. If the powers on top don't see the need and don't see it as important and as a way to help our children, then it is going to continue to stay where it is. So we can sit here, Frenchie, and talk about what we are doing. We are doing something, but who needs to make the decision to get it there so that the children can benefit? That is who have to make the decision. I can't take it on myself and say I'm going. Well, some of the principal did ask me this year to come to the schools to help them with if you saw the children dance for Intercall, Happy Hill, and SAS, because what I did, those principal asked for display for that sports. So then the children got a next opportunity to them. And funny, let me tell you about that experience. When we got to the schools, all man for themselves. You know nothing about teamwork. Sharing, mocking, until, say, by about the second or third class, and we start talking to them about the benefits and thing. They formed a little WhatsApp group. They start to initiate conversation, practice, whether we reach up in, And I remember one of the teachers from SAS saying, because she asked us to take one of the little girls in the class was a little bit disruptive. And I remember one rehearsal, she came to us and she said, I am seeing a difference. And we spent what? We did about about 6 to 8 classes. because it was Susan Jones and myself. And Happy Hill, it was the same thing. The children started to organize themselves. We had a liaison between, one of them had my number, so they would call, Miss, what time you are coming up, you know, and they were very much interested. The discipline, I remember there were an incident with one of the members in the group, and they made the decision. I said to them, I'm not making the decision whether that individual continue to dance or not. You guys have to talk about it and come up with a decision. And they did, you know, and they could have explained to the individual why they find it was fitting that they no longer participated. You know, so a lot of the things that we are saying, the children are not doing. The opportunity is not afforded for them to express that. When we stand in the classroom as educator and we are content driven and you have to pass the maths, and we just giving. We're not even thinking about what skills the children have that we can harness. Academics. That is basically it. The drama and the singing and the dance, they are put on the back burner. Not even on the back burner, they're in the stove roasting. If we put them on the back burner, if we put them on the stove, we probably would see it. But they know. You know, they say, what is the song? Cake in the oven, baking Christmas. So I'm hoping.
I want you to pause for a while. I want to pause for a while. I want to do something magical. Just pause for a while, because I want to come back here because I have some challenges to throw it for you because you have so much lyrics, you know. All right, so we'll be back here, Ollie. Don't run. We'll be back.
Protect your knife from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I smile, everything is alright. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Thanks for life. Me piece of shoes that fit me tight, but I go mash up a party tonight. I say, thanks for life, Almighty God. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make it. I must make it. Tell them I'm born to make it. I have to make it. I'm born to make. Protect your knife from the trap set for me. Into your hands I submit my spirit. Almighty, deliver me. Yes, deliver me. Cause despite the struggles and fight, I